Y'all ready?
Y'all ready for this?
All right. Yes. Welcome into Warped, where our wormholes are always a little bit unstable.
She's so amused with herself right now.
That's a good one.
Unfortunately, is all the way out.
I got you.
I'm Erin.
I'm Sean.
I'm Matt.
I'm Jake.
Phillipe.
And I'm little mini Winnie over here.
Oh.
I'm back, guys.
He's still alive.
Told him to go home.
But Christmas is over, little boy.
Not for me, not for all of us. He's baby New Year.
Back to the shelter with you.
No, not back there, please.
Not back in the closet.
I offered you a goose and you rejected it.
I want your goose now. What's in store for our 2022 baby New Year? Only good things, better than before.
Let's hope so.
That's a low bar, baby.
Yeah.
It's clear.
Better is better.
Better is better.
Anyway. what
Oh,
are we
yeah, we're
doing
watching
today?
Clues.
Clue. I love that movie.
Yeah.
Tim Curry's
We're watching
awesome.
two of them taped together. It's called Clues.
We're watching them side
You know,
by
that would have
side.
been the perfect sequel name for that movie.
Yeah.
If they had ever made a Clue to Clue, they should have, the sequel
Yeah.
to Clue, they could have just called it
They
Clues.
call
Yeah.
it Clue 2,
They still can.
colon, Clues.
Yeah.
Wow, what a missed opportunity that was.
Yeah.
Did
I never
movie,
thought of that before.
did that movie not make money? Because why wasn't there a sequel?
I don't think it. I don't
Yeah,
think
it
it
was a
did.
bomb.
I think it kind of bombed,
It
and it was
was.
only later, thanks
kind
to
of a cult hit,
everyone
right?
It's a cult
watching
hit
it.
now.
Yeah.
It's because we all watched it on VHS as kids, and we're like,
Yeah.
"This movie's
I know.
hilarious."
It's got a great ensemble cast.
I just
going
watched
room
it.
to room.
I just watched it for Halloween. I like to watch it on Halloween because it's a spooky mystery.
Anytime it's on, I'll watch it from wherever it is to the
Yeah,
end.
it's fun.
You
I
always
like-
know the end is a fucking amazing.
Yep.
Tim
That-
Curry is so great at the end of that movie. It's just like,
That movie is. Just,
I gotta go, guys. I think I'm just
a
gonna go
blast.
lay down and watch Clue.
there we go. Add it to the list of movies we could watch at the end of the season.
That would be a good one.
But we would just be watching
But
it.
today we got to watch Clues,
Yeah.
the terrible sequel.
Yeah.
I enjoyed
no,
this
this is
episode.
good too.
Yeah.
So I got 45, 48 on the clock. I'm punching the triangle in 3, 2, 1, punch.
Yay! I'm assuming since Erin introduced it, it's our whoop watch is going on.
Oh yeah, you don't have to
Sure
wait
is.
long.
She's in early.
Whoa.
Look, it's leisure time. This is
Yeah.
what people do with their free time.
That's right.
Wow.
So this is called Makbara. And it is a Klingon form of martial arts. Worf
It's
was
beautiful.
leading that class.
That was beautiful.
Do you want to guess?
Tai Chi.
You want to guess
Bagua.
how many times in all of Star Trek we will see people doing
One.
Is
Makbara?
this the first time we've seen it? Do you know?
It is.
Okay.
Check it
There
out.
she is.
Look at her.
Nice.
She's so funny in this.
She
So
looks like
sassy,
she's the
too.
character from Ghost.
Yeah. They're making her LARP today.
Yeah.
And she's not into it.
She's like
I-
me at a LARP.
I watched that.
I'm like,
oh
wait,
my God.
are we talking as our people or our character? What's happening here?
I watched this with Stan the other night, and when she came in and started doing this and she starts getting irritated, I looked at Stan and I said, "That is the wives at every LARP I've ever done."
Yeah.
I am so done with this bullshit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What are you asking me about the secret chip of Elazar?
Not all of the wives. Some of the wives get into it, but some of the wives are like, "What is this again?"
Yeah.
Is this
Don't
a
tell
real
me.
conversation or not?
Mm-hmm.
So how many times are we going to see Makbara?
I'll say
One.
5.
8.
3.
8 is correct.
Wow, that's a lot of Makbara.
That was a guess. I didn't look. I
So
didn't
we
see
gotta
that.
we gotta do the Makbara counter. So we're at 1 right now.
That was the
Yeah.
first one. You
All
want
right.
Do you want to introduce every Makbara episode?
Damn.
I just saw some leg.
little
Do you
whoopee
think that's her
leg.
real leg, or do you think they
No,
used a body
that,
double?
That looked like a body double.
Yeah.
Way to distract there.
It didn't look as dark.
Sure. I'll introduce the Makbara.
Yeah.
You gotta let me know when they come up though, and the
Yeah.
cat episodes.
Yeah.
Man,
You gotta keep me honest.
You're gonna do majority of the episodes. You got
Yeah.
Mike Bar, you got Cat.
Adding to the list.
I'm hoping there's some overlap. I hope there's a Venn diagram where there's like
Oh, that one episode where all three of them.
It all
were like,
lines up.
we're not gonna deplete you, Erin. We're not gonna mine you too deep.
I'll let you know.
I think
Okay.
this is just very, very funny. All of this stuff Whoopi is doing in this
Yes.
scene is hilarious.
She's kind of
Because she just is like, listen, I was just late because I had to change into this ridiculous uniform
Yeah.
outfit or whatever. There he is.
Oh, is this a teleporter malfunction?
No.
Oh.
They're just LARPing.
Yeah.
It's just a lighthearted.
Picard
like-
wants to hang out with Guinan and show her some fun.
Well, there have been teleporter or hologram.
He says that this is a long overdue thing I told a friend of mine I do with her.
Right.
So it
He's like,
seems
I've been
like-
trying to explain this to her for years, and
I
I've
like-
never been able to get her to. I've never been able to get her to come do it with me.
yeah. She's like, what is this?
She gets into it. She's
Yeah.
like,
He says right at the beginning of the episode that like nothing is going on right now, like on the ship. Like there's no like
It's leisure
emergencies.
time.
So everyone's just chilling out. Beverly's growing weird shit in her office.
Yeah.
She's growing that ganja weed.
She's like
man.
sprouting shit
half of the crew is doing mukbar, and then
in their
he's,
terry cloth outfits.
he's doing this.
I would do mukbara. It looked good.
Yeah.
Well, would you want to do like a murder mystery, Erin, in the holodeck? That'd be cool. Yeah, no.
fun with
I
that.
like that. I like she just goes, this is what you do for fun.
Yeah. yeah.
And I was like, boy, how many times have I heard that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You dress up like other people and
He's
you
like,
run around and
she's like searching for clues. That's fun. He's like, that's
that's
fun.
the fun.
That's fun.
Yeah.
It's like make believe.
But luckily for Guinan, there's about to be a wormole.
Yeah,
that gets her out
luckily
of
she
this.
doesn't. She gets out of this pretty
So
quick.
the next LARP, I just need to pray for a wormhole.
Next time we do one, Matt will write a wormhole into
too.
the show.
Or I can go hang out by the chips and dip.
Yeah.
Anybody who wants to jump in a
the thing
wormhole
is,
right now
you
can go to the
can
bar.
just hang out by the chips and dip if you want to. Like, you just have to do it while you're pretending to be someone
Yeah.
else.
Well, I'm
Just gotta
dressed
write a
like
character
Blossom.
that would eat a lot of chips and dip.
You just gotta make it. You got some of these things you gotta make for yourself. Not everything is on the page.
Yeah.
You gotta come up with your motivations. You're like, I'm a person who my character
Yeah.
really likes chips and dip.
When I was a child, my parents wouldn't allow chips
Yeah.
and dip.
So now every
So I
party
go
I go
crazy
to,
at parties.
all I do is eat
Yeah.
chips and dip.
So when they divorced, my dad only would have chips, and my mom would only eat dip.
And we'd have to meet at the gas station.
It had to be a neutral place.
So you're getting into the spirit of things, Erin.
Got it covered.
He tells her, "You can stay and play."
It's like, I'm good.
It's like everybody else is leaving the LARP, but you can stay and
Yeah.
hang out with these people you don't really know that well and
pretend
pretend to
you're
be
from-
somebody else.
from Switzerland.
And she's like, I think I'll go back to
Yeah.
10 forward.
But she's having some fun. I liked it.
She's great. Is that the only scene she's in?
I think
this
so,
episode?
sadly.
Yeah,
but it was
so.
fun that she was at the beginning.
It's a great scene.
Yeah.
And it
was
super
unexpected.
fun.
I didn't expect that to be or she would jump into the story.
Yeah.
Yeah, usually when they
Yeah.
have her, they make more of an effort to
It's
like
more
integrate
gravity.
her into
Yeah.
the story.
Yeah.
Because it's like, well, we've got Whoopi Goldberg. We should
Yeah.
make sure
Well,
she's...
they always go for her for advice.
Yeah.
Right.
This is her having fun.
Right.
Yeah.
With
so
her
that was
friend.
cool.
And we see how she reacted to that.
It's a wormhole, you guys.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-oh, everybody's asleep.
Oh, except for Data. Is it a Data episode?
It is.
Yes.
It's a What's the Matter with Data
Yeah.
episode. Brought to you by the creators of Did Wesley Shave the Ship this time?
Yeah.
So we're watching Clues. Original air date February 9th, 1991. Effects of passing through a wormhole give the Enterprise crew a sense that they were unconscious for more than 30 seconds. They've been led to believe.
This is one of my favorite
Erin.
episodes, by the way.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
Strong endorsement from Phillipe.
Yeah.
You watched the episode, Erin?
Indeed.
And what do you think the item rating of this episode is?
I'll say 8-7.
Wow, I like it. It's a strong endorsement. Probably too strong for the nerds, but I'm gonna say 8.5.
Too strong.
Like my
7.9.
my heart is with you, Erin. My
Yeah.
heart's like, this is
They
a really
always said
terrific
I was
episode.
too strong for the nerds.
I'm going to say 7-7.
8-2.
I hope it's above 8.
8-3.
Yay!
Good Nice job. You
Little
finally got your
tiny
8-2 in
man.
there.
Today.
I got it. Do I get my porridge too, sir?
No more
I like
porridge
little
for
British
you.
men.
You have the chocolates there. They
Whip
look
it.
so
Drink some more Prosecco, mini man.
Yes, the bubbly.
Now he sounds, I don't know, German? What was that?
That was drugs.
Yeah, I
coming
like
back.
this episode a lot too, Phillipe. I think it's really
It's great.
Fun.
I
it's
enjoyed
really
it.
fun.
Yeah, it's a good puzzly
I
episode.
always like the mystery episode.
Puzzles are always fun.
Yeah, it's a mystery. with-
Something's up with Data is usually
Yeah,
pretty
and you're
fun.
like, what's up with Data?
Yeah.
Ooh,
Look.
he's really veiny right
He's
now.
so veiny. I thought so too.
Yeah.
He's laying on the
What is
ground. The
going
blood's
on?
moving around
The
different.
blood-
I
It's
guess
all
laying on the
there.
ground.
Yeah.
Well, you know.
Gotta
They
feed
had to
that
lay on the
beautiful
ground that
brain.
entire
Yeah.
intro section right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, through the song, you mean?
Yes. You know,
Yeah,
there
that's
was-
how it
and
works
there
on
was-
TV.
there was
The
probably-
actors just wait while the
the
theme
intro.
song plays,
Yeah.
and
And
then
then
they
there was,
start again.
Yeah.
And then there was probably a commercial break after the
Yeah.
theme song, right? So they had to
Just
lay down
laying
through
there
all
in
of
their
that
outfits.
too.
What I like about this episode is that I can't quite tell how Brent Spiner is doing it, but he's good at saying all the things that Data always says, but also seeming like he's being a little bit shifty,
Ah.
Yeah,
a little
I love
cagey
it.
about it.
which is
Yeah.
hard to do because
Yeah.
there's nothing you can point at and go, "Oh, Data's like lying." There's his tell,
Yeah.
because he still sounds and acts
Yeah.
exactly like Data,
He's being-
and yet you're immediately suspicious of him.
Yeah.
Like the first time he tries to tell them, like, this is no big deal, we should just ignore it and move on, you're like, that's not how TV works.
Yeah.
So this episode would be over fast if that's what happened.
No, what's wrong with Troy?
Also, you don't really hear Data making like suggestions of that grand. Like,
Right.
Yeah, he'd be like curious. Perhaps we should investigate later, or I don't know. But he wouldn't be like, let's ignore this thing and just
Right.
like.
He's acting real suspicious.
It's just a little bit off, just a little bit off.
Sometimes he's being a little bit thoughtful in how he responds to the questions.
Yeah.
A little longer than normal
Yeah,
for a computer. Sorry, guys.
yeah.
Data's a computer.
I like
And
this.
Android.
I like
Right,
this
Dr.
performance a
Class.
lot because it's not over the top, right? It's not hammy.
Yeah.
Like he's still being Data.
So has he been taken over?
No. Well, I'm not going to tell you.
Yeah, it's a good
Okay.
reveal.
Okay.
This whole episode, literally everyone eventually is asking, "What's going on with Data?"
Oh, Miles is talking about him and Keiko. So did he fall off during the whole incident or something? He broke his arm?
Yeah, I think like he
I
fell
think
down.
people
or
all
something.
fell
When
down.
they all fell asleep, they all fell down
Yeah.
and he hurt his arm. So this is the first episode where Nurse Agawa's name is spoke,
Oh,
but only
yeah.
her first name. She doesn't get a last name until 1992.
well,
Huh?
progress is slow.
Oh, it's her.
Look, everybody.
plants.
Candy.
Her
Cotton
her
candy.
gotcha balls.
Yeah.
have grown.
She caught them all.
She got the sea monkey one.
Her hair is
Yeah, it's
Different.
different, right?
It's more swept back.
swept just all around.
It's a little more poofy.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a lot of different things.
It looks like it's like pulled back weirdly.
It's colored slightly differently too.
Yeah, that is clearly a different wig than the one she usually wears.
It's got some volume.
Yeah.
Have you guys ever played the Florida Man birthday game? Speaking of birthdays, we're celebrating our
Florida
producer,
Man
Jake.
birthday game?
Yeah,
How's
yeah,
that?
yeah, yeah. How it works is you look up your birthday, but also include Florida Man.
Oh no!
As a
And see what
Google-
crazy ass headline.
Yeah, yeah.
And see if somebody was like
On
got
that day.
wrestled an alligator and lost or something like
Got
that.
his penis bit
So-
off by one, and they found it.
I'm
and
going
put
to
it back.
start with my birthday.
All right.
All right. Florida Man, September 10th. Here we go.
Oh, it's just the not
You
the
don't have
not
to
the
do
year.
the day.
No, not the year.
Okay.
Yeah, just
I mean
the
year.
day.
The day.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
First one, naked Florida man causes fire while baking cookies.
Naked Florida Man causes fire.
Sure.
Road rage. That's pretty tame.
That's good.
Yeah. And then
Not so crazy on the Florida front.
Yeah. But that worked so well for me, I thought.
Yeah, sure.
It gets hot while you're baking cookies. You'll take your clothes off.
Especially in Florida. Like, it's hot down there.
The second one, Florida man twerks for officers during traffic stop. gets tased. Yeah.
It's a finale right there.
Did you guys want to do your Florida man birthdays?
Of course.
Yeah, huh? Jacob, what's yours? December
18.
Oh yeah, happy
18.
birthday.
Happy
Jake.
birthday.
Yep.
Are you ready
2
for
weeks
this?
ago.
Oh, a
from
couple
when
weeks ago,
people
yeah.
were hearing
My
this.
God. Okay. First one, top story. Florida man, December 18th. Florida man banned from United Airlines after wearing a red thong, ...
All right.
Okay.
That's cool.
Second one, Florida man tries to pay for fast food with bag of weed.
Nice.
I mean, it's just a
This is
forward
fun.
thinker.
Yeah.
It's just ahead of the curve.
Yeah, he's like bartering. It's all.
Yeah.
It's
all the
coming
rage.
along. It's coming back, man.
That's normal, right? That should be allowed overall. Sean, Daddy, what's yours?
July 17.
July 17. All right. Are we ready for this? Are we ready for this? Here we go. Florida man is facing charges as police say he stole an alligator and
I
attempted
knew
to
one
throw
of
it
them
on
had
a
to
roof.
have an alligator.
Yeah. what-
Attempted to put it on a roof?
I feel like I was gonna wait for like we take a shot when they have an alligator involved.
Yeah.
Everybody drink.
And then the second one, Florida man's murder was really elaborate suicide. Ooh.
That's just
Well,
kinda
that's a
kinda
little sad.
depressing.
Yeah. But the alligator.
That wasn't nearly as fun as the other ones were.
It was elaborate. Sounds
Yeah.
like he
elaborate.
wanted
I want to
some
know
ra-
how elaborate.
Yeah.
It did say on the roof, right? He was
Yeah.
He
Attempted
was wanted to
throw
put
on
the
the roof.
alligator on the roof,
These are very Florida man.
like you do.
I really like this. I like this little scene with him and Beverly where
Yeah.
she's like, "Look, my cotton candy grew
Yeah,
like faster than it was
time's
supposed to."
off, guys.
Time's off.
Yeah.
Do they eat the cotton candy later? Or?
No.
That would be a great end scene.
She brings that in, and he's like
Yeah, it knows
so
exactly what it is.
gleeful about it, and knows
Yeah.
exactly what it is,
Yeah.
and thinks it's the coolest thing in the world. Matt and I were talking about it. It's like it's just another thing that Picard is into.
Yeah, it's just another
I was gonna
like
say, he's a
thing-
hobbyist.
subject he's an expert in.
Yeah.
Like, ooh, that's blah blah
So
blah.
what are we
plant.
up to 20 now? Things he does.
His hobby is having
20.
hobbies.
His hobbies now have hobbies.
What does he call her? An ethnobotanist.
Ethnobotanist.
Beverly, I didn't know you were an ethnobotanist.
No one.
Well, it's funny that will become a field of study at some point. This point. But she looks like she could be in a soap opera.
She's got the hairspray. I wonder how hairspray sales are doing. I feel like they're definitely down from the 90s.
Sure.
Way down. I mean,
Those companies all moved into styling gels
All the
and
other
creams
things,
and
goops,
shit
goops and
Exfoliants
that
pomades.
you use now.
Yep.
but you can still get an Aquanet bottle.
Oh,
right?
you can still get them, but
Well, that's more for flame throwing purposes. I think.
Yeah.
right. No one uses
Florida
it
man.
on her.
Florida man uses that.
I like that everyone twigs that something's wrong with Data like
Yeah.
almost immediately.
Yeah.
I like that it doesn't take them that long to figure out something with Data because they're immediately like everything he just said sounded like a crazy person said it.
Yeah.
And they're like, well, why would Data lie to us?
I know. It's the thing is, Data doesn't know not
Data
to.
doesn't lie.
Data doesn't know not to offer. That's the thing. Data needs to like not offer advice because he's not good at lying.
Yeah.
He should be perfect at lying.
Yeah, he should. It all
He
should
should
be
be
the
because it
same.
should sound exactly the same.
Yeah.
When I first heard Jordy say that line where he talks about if we were out for a day, then why didn't our beards grow?
Yeah.
I really hope that it was like Data while they were all unconscious,
Shaved.
just
Shaved him.
shaving everybody.
Because you
down.
think Riker's he'd be like a full Santa Claus beard in one day, right?
Yeah, right. But
Yeah.
it's Data, so he could recreate the exact beard shape.
He went around and clipped all their fingernails.
How much beard do you guys grow in a fucking day, man?
Some people
Man,
grow
some
up.
people are not the hairless wonder that these men win.
Sure,
Yeah.
fine.
And it's tough
Some
for
of us
them.
do. I'm not saying it's a lot,
Yeah.
but there's enough
It's
that
noticeable?
enough that you'd notice.
Yeah, there's a change.
Wow.
Especially if you have like just a little bit of like 5 o'clock shadow, and
Yeah,
then
you can feel it.
then the next, if you go a whole day, you're gonna see stubbles.
Okay.
McGee.
There's Miles, everybody.
Yeah, he is this. His elbow's feeling much better.
We don't see Keiko though, do we?
No, she's not in this one.
Everybody's doing some forensic discovery, and Data's
They're all
somewhere.
playing detectives.
Data's like,
Yep.
God damn
Clues.
it. He's
Clues are
like trying
fun.
to like thwart
He's
it
like,
off.
leave me alone.
Stop looking so hard.
Oh, is that screening? We saw screening.
Yep.
Are we so inert to screening nowadays,
Well,
guys?
it's just not the same
It's just
screen.
not as good.
Damn.
Although that one looks actually a lot like old screen.
Yeah, that does look
But
like.
no
It's got the
probe.
little bars, but it doesn't give you the names of the bars.
Yeah, it looks like- I don't know what.
I don't know
blood
which
is.
one is blood and which one is air.
They need to be clearly labeled.
Celery.
There's not enough labels on
Brain.
everything here.
Yeah, you remember how in old Star Trek everything was labeled?
Yeah,
Like,
that made sense. It still makes sense.
Did you see how?
remember the one where he kills his guy by pushing the button, and the button says like "eject guy."
Yes.
You remember
I need
that?
That's the thing you need, because you don't want to hit that one when you don't want to eject the
Well,
guy.
he's only got like 4 buttons on that console.
So how often does he use that button?
Yeah.
I'm just saying,
I
it
remember
must be
talking about
you can
that.
accidentally
must
hit
be
that button a
so-
lot.
He must hit it on purpose a lot. Is my point. If it wasn't important,
It had to be
wouldn't
labeled.
one of the
Sure.
4.
We were talking about how that console had like coffee, Call of Human,
Cute girl,
cute girl,
And it,
eject shuttle.
and then
Eject.
eject guy, eject ensign.
Picard doesn't have buttons on his arm.
He's got a little
His
console.
touch screen.
Oh, he does a little,
Doesn't-
but he doesn't access it that much. Not nearly
he
as
does.
much.
He,
as
Sometimes
he
he does,
looks.
yeah.
He was always looking over and
He'll
tip
tap
tapping
it.
away on it.
Oh,
He tip taps.
maybe it's just more subtle.
You know what I mean? He tip taps.
Yes, yeah, of course. That's the best way to describe it, honestly.
Doesn't pay it a lot of attention.
Oh,
So now they're like, "Look, Data, we know something's up.
Is something making you do it?
Are you? Is it Q? Remember when we were talking the other day about how they need a list of like
Yeah, they need to go through.
they need a checklist of things they have to go down every time they have a problem. And number one has got to be, is there Q?
Q around? Has anybody seen Q?
Do we fly through like a sentient energized cloud?
Yep.
Anybody?
Wormhole? Is it a wormhole?
have you
How
taken?
stable is the wormhole?
Yeah.
Have you taken Ventax or Droxine within the
there's like
last
You know,
72
one of
hours?
these days, Aaron, when we start watching Deep Space Nine, you're going to hear about stable wormholes a lot.
Oh, yes.
Maybe too much.
No, not too.
You're going to become very familiar
Wow.
The idea of stable
Talking about
wormhole.
Christmas, guys.
Wait till you hear about the wormhole aliens who live
with it. They live inside the wormhole.
Yeah.
You think I'm kidding, but I'm not.
Wow. Can't wait.
Who other people think are gods and worship them religiously.
Their engines are also on party mode right now. It is very like holidaysy, right? They're having a little
Well,
festive
last week
cheer.
was Christmas. Now it's New Year's.
Yeah.
So, he's
So this
just-
episode will actually air on New Year's Eve,
Yes.
right? The 31st.
So
Yeah.
you can watch it, line it up so that you count down from 10, right? And you end
We
it
should
right
have a
at
countdown at the
midnight.
end
You
of
can
this
get
thing.
drunk and watch this episode and listen along with us, and then
Put us
should
right-
we do a countdown when
We
we get to
do.
the end of this
Absolutely.
episode?
We should do a
Of
countdown.
course.
Yeah.
We got to get more bubbly then.
Good call, Philippe.
Philippe.
I'm always down for a
So
countdown.
now Data's being like evasive. Like they're asking him direct questions, like,
He's like,
and
"I
he's
can't
like,
answer
I
that."
cannot answer that question. And they're so like, okay, something's effed up with Data.
Is that like when you're a parent and your kids ask you those weird, not weird, but sex questions?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good to get evasive at that point in
Yeah.
time.
I can't.
It instills in them a real healthy viewpoint of the subject.
Well, my
If you
parents,
get real cagey and evasive,
Just get
when
real
they ask
weird.
my parents never talked to me about that.
Did
Did you
ask them
ask?
outright?
Hell no. Why would I ever ask?
Well, there you
That's
go.
a lack of communication.
I like that the lack of communication goes both ways.
Oh, absolutely.
the way it should be.
Yeah.
My parents and I maintained a strict
Radio
don't
silence.
ask, don't tell
Yeah.
about like every topic.
Did you ask your parents or did they talk to you? No. Yeah, right?
I mean,
probably
maybe.
at some point.
They
in time. I don't
definitely
really
did. My
remember.
parents definitely did sit me down once
for the birds and the bees.
and did the birds and the bees
The clinical talk.
and it was exactly uncomfortable.
And it was just a
you might imagine.
one-time
It was a
sit-down?
one-timer.
One-time.
It was it was one of those where they were like,
Purely
do you
functionary.
have any other questions? And like, but silently going like,
Don't ask.
say no. Say no.
Yeah, that this
And I
end
said
here.
no, and they said, good.
Thank God.
Done.
Done.
And then they went and just like checked it off the list. Like, we did sex ed.
Yeah.
We're better parents than our parents were.
He'll be A-okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Well,
Don't you think that in some ways sex ed must have been
no.
easier when kids grew up on farms? Like when we were in
Yeah.
You
agrarian
just see it.
society,
Yeah.
and you would just grow up seeing animals having
Sure.
sex
You're like,
and babies and all of that.
Yeah.
It would be completely natural.
so then what about nudist colonies? Do you think that would be something you support? Something like, that kids could learn about natural beings and how we look and how we
As
are.
long as it's not in Great Britain.
Deanna's giving a big performance right now in that little moment.
Yeah, it's like not me inside the mirror.
She was like, I looked in the mirror, but it wasn't me.
Yeah.
Was it the Klingon devil?
No.
Looking for the moon.
She did.
Well, anyway, what were we talking about?
We're moving on.
What's that plant behind
Yeah,
her?
what is that plant
It's like
behind her?
that
So
super
those-
ganja. It's like the super
look on
marijuana
my-
is
Are
flowering.
you sure that's not a spider crab of some kind?
I'm not sure.
It is bushy.
It's 3 boom mics.
This is how we're gonna hide all the boom mics in the scene. We're gonna go full. We're integrating.
Phillipe, do you have a take on the movie Last Action Hero starring Arnold Schwarzenegger?
I mildly enjoyed it. Here's my only take I would say is it is being heavily pushed on me by Netflix recently, and I have not. I've been tempted to watch it with my kids.
It's a new movie.
No, it's from the 90s.
Very old.
So why?
It was a very popular bomb.
they-
It was a very famous bomb.
It's a famous flop. It just showed up on
Schwarzenegger.
Netflix. I had never seen it.
Yeah.
So I watched it. That movie is great.
Really?
Yeah,
It
it's
is
being
so
super relitigated
good.
right now.
Yeah.
And I feel like it's being like reappraised
Yeah.
for some
Yeah.
reason, and people are realizing, oh, this movie was way ahead of its time.
It's so
Who directed
super,
it?
Meta. It's kind of meta, right?
John Schlesch. I
Is it
forget.
McTiernan?
It might be McTiernan. It's a big dumb action movie that is also a parody of big dumb action movies, and it's got this whole meta element about the kid moving into the kid becomes a part of the movie. It's at the beginning. So it's got all these like funny jokes about like how ridiculous action movies are. It's really good and
Yeah.
surprisingly like smart.
I remember
So-
liking it more than, and then hearing that it was a bomb and being like, oh, okay, and just being like a little bit surprised,
I think it was a bomb because it was too good
Yeah.
for
Yeah, people just didn't get
for the
it.
audience
Yeah.
that was that it was appealing to.
Jordy's got a sassy pose
Yeah,
here.
it's sorcery
Yeah.
stance. Jeez.
I like it.
Oh my god, he's all just angles and dangles.
Tentacles.
Well, maybe less. More needs more dangles, but
Is that a coat rack? What's happening? A sculpture?
That's Data's art.
There's the reason I wrote this down is because I had just watched Last Action Hero. There's a joke in this movie that is actually a meta joke making fun of Arnold Schwarzenegger's kind of like one-liners, like when he hurts someone or kills someone and says like a one-liner. There's a scene in this movie where he's about to fight a guy and he looks at the guy and he says, "Have you ever thought about being a farmer?" And then he kicks the guy in the balls and says, "Cause here's a couple of acres for you." Because it's like his balls ache for being kicked.
I love it.
It's horrible. It's such a terrible joke, but it's so funny in the context of the movie.
Yeah.
Here are a couple of acres for you.
I love
Honk. And then he kicks the guy, and because it's a parody, he literally flies like half a mile down the road. It's amazing.
That sounds amazing.
How great was my Schwarzenegger impression?
That was
just then?
good.
Pretty good.
Yeah, I knew who it was.
I gave it an 8 out of 10.
I'll take that any day.
Yeah.
I want to ask Erin what her what Arnold's best one-liner is in her mind.
Well, when you said that, the first one I thought was "Hasta la vista, baby."
That's
That's a
got to
good
be the
one.
one that
Sure.
everyone would
Yeah.
say, right?
What's your
Or I'll be
favorite?
back,
What's your
maybe.
favorite
Yeah.
Arnold movie?
I like Total Recall growing up.
That was a good one.
Good one.
Yeah.
Everybody else?
Yeah, Terminator 2 is a big one.
Yeah, I like Terminator too.
Yeah, I feel like you and I have talked about this, Sean. Probably we have at some point in our lives. I think Terminator 2 is kind of undeniably
I think it's his best movie.
performance.
Yeah,
right?
I mean,
It's his best movie,
I
dude.
enjoy Kindergarten Cop. Yeah.
Really? That's been panned for a long time.
Kindergarten Cop?
Yeah.
Really?
Kindergarten
Or maybe in
Cop's
my mind.
good.
No?
I like
I
Kindergarten
mean,
Cop.
who is your daddy and what does he do? That's comes from that.
True Lies is a lot of fun.
Oh,
if you
True
can
Lies
get,
is
if you can
good.
get over the whole sort of weird sexual politics of that movie.
And the racism.
Yeah.
I like Conan because
I like her sexy dance.
Yeah, the sexy dance scene is amazing.
Yeah.
She's great in that
Yeah.
Oh,
movie.
yeah.
Yeah. The movie's fun.
You like Conan?
Yeah, because it's one of his early
Oh,
intros,
yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And you're like, oh my gosh, that's like your
Yeah.
introduction to Arnold as this fucking barbarian, and he encapsulates
I mean, that's back
that
when
so
he
well.
was just like unbelievably ripped. And
yeah.
you're just
Yeah,
like,
those are the Mr. Universe
that guy
years.
is that guy's otherworldly.
Muscle
like,
Beach.
Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway,
Cool.
I like Arnold Schwarzenegger movies.
Well, that's fun.
And I really enjoyed Last Action Hero.
Phillipe and I saw a lot of Arnold movies in the movie theaters.
Yep.
Well, it's fun that something can come back on Netflix that's old that can kind of get like
I've been watching
renewed
not
interest.
necessarily old, but like I guess from the 90s, so I guess you would consider them old now. HBO Max has a weirdly like solid collection of like 90s movies.
Yeah.
And so I've been watching a lot of things, some of which I've seen before, and like some I'm watching for the first
You
time.
missed on the first go around.
Like I watched Contact, the Jodie Foster movie.
Oh, yeah. I
Contact,
remember that one.
Good
a
movie.
couple
Long.
days ago. It's I had seen it before and did not like it,
Yeah.
and I liked it a lot more the second time around. I still think Matthew McConaughey is not good in that movie. I think he's
Sure.
the real weak link. I know.
he hadn't
I know that it's
realized-
insulting to you.
No,
man.
No,
Well, he hasn't started sweating yet, so he
Yeah,
hadn't
there's
realized
almost no
his-
sweat. That's
his
actually
power
not true,
comes
because
from his
they
ability
meet,
to
they
sweat.
meet in like Mexico at some telescope, so he actually
He's
is
sweating.
really sweaty in like the first scene. with
Oh,
her.
really?
Yeah,
Yeah.
he is. But he doesn't. He's not
He's
comfortable
eating Cracker Jacks
with it
and
yet.
sweating.
He hasn't-
Cracker Jacks are not a good choice for a hot day. They're just
Yeah,
going to be
sticky.
sticky.
Yeah, you're right.
And
And
Jodie seemed to like it.
Yeah.
Actually, she didn't. They have no chemistry together, which is why that movie doesn't work.
That must have been kind of an early film for him.
It's like one of his first ones. It's the same year as like A Time to Kill. And,
Okay.
But anyway, I did like the movie a lot more the second time around.
Yeah, I like the movie. But I definitely can see its weaknesses. But I was blown away when people told me like they really disliked that movie. And I was
well, you've
like,
always been a Jodie Foster fan.
well, I'm a huge Jodie Foster fan, and I'm a huge Carl. I mean, I just
Had
like
you
the
read
whole premise.
Had you
and-
read that book before?
Yeah, I'd read the book, but I read the book after I saw the movie.
Oh,
okay.
So I didn't read it before, but I just like those kind of like more hard sciencey kind of science
Yes,
fiction movies.
sure.
I love Interstellar.
That the best part of Contact is the science, is Jodie Foster's performance and all the sciencey stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's kind of unusual.
So
to have
I
him
was saying to
film.
Sean, like, you can't imagine another actress in that movie. Like, if you think about the big movie stars of the 90s, you're trying to imagine Jodie Foster or Meg Ryan or somebody like that playing that part.
Julia
and it doesn't
Roberts.
work because,
Yeah.
what did I say? Did I
Jodie
say Jodie Foster?
Foster.
Julia Roberts or, somebody like that. Because Jodie Foster is always, like, smart. Like, that's her, like,
Sure, yeah.
the characters she plays are always smarty
Yeah,
smarts.
Sure. Silence of the Lambs.
Yeah.
it's so sexy.
It's funny that you say one of your favorite movies is Interstellar. One of my friends just yesterday, she was like, "Oh yeah, Interstellar, my favorite movie." And for me, Interstellar is a little, I don't know, more, ponderous at times, and then also a little heavy, a little dark.
Ponderous is a positive. Phillipe thinks of ponderous as a plus.
I do.
He likes long,
Dune.
slow science fiction.
Oh, she got a
What's up with
triangle
everyone
pillow.
sleeping with a bunch of plants next to their
I
head?
know. What is that supposed to be like? Are those things like emit some?
Energized
I
cloud.
just feel like you're gonna knock stuff down in your sleep. Yeah, there she goes.
Dude.
What the heck happened?
She definitely changed her face.
She's
Looking.
changed her whole face. Look at her now. She's pissed.
She's been repossessed.
Repoed?
And now
Basically.
she's talking like this.
Yeah.
The plan has failed.
The plan has failed.
I'm gonna start talking like that.
Repossessed. That was the theme song to the movie
Repossessed. Yep.
with Leslie Nielsen.
I love that movie.
That movie has the single dumbest funny joke I've ever seen in a movie, and it's when they're doing Linda Blair is possessed and she's doing the lick me, lick me, and then they show her in a
Ice cream
cone outfit. She's going lick me, and then it cuts to like Mean Gene Okerlund, who was the announcer of the WWF, and Mean Gene Okerlund goes, "Oh, she's doing the conilingus move." She's just like an ice cream cone. Yeah. It's the dumbest joke ever, but my God, I laughed.
It's so fucking funny.
I'm not proud of that laugh, but it was real.
I watched that movie a lot when I was in high school. I love that movie.
By God, I laughed.
That movie's got one of the funniest jokes. I think it's dumb, but I think it's hilarious. Right at the beginning, they show a placard, and on the placard are the words, "There's nothing important on this piece of writing. You don't actually have to read it."
Yeah.
So fucking funny to me. I don't know why I think that joke is hilarious.
Someone went into the shop and got that made up.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, somebody made that, son.
I forced that joke into every like school movie project that Phillipe and I did.
Nice.
I put that joke in. 'Cause I just thought
Background plaque.
we always had credits, and I would always put that in as a joke because I just thought it was the funniest joke in the world.
That's great.
Still do.
It's not as good as conilingus.
It is not as good. But conilingus is, that's in your face comedy.
Yeah.
This
That's
is
right.
more subtle.
That's
Yeah, I
true.
like
That's
it.
true. It was more sophisticated.
It's tickling your funny bones.
Especially as you're reading it and you get
funny
about halfway
tonsils.
through when you realize, oh, I'm a fucking asshole.
Yeah.
It's great.
Jean-Luc just had a dun dun dun.
Dun.
I like it.
I ordered you to lie.
Troy gets to give her like dark.
Yeah.
Yeah, she used to get to.
I don't suppose you care what's happened, Minh, do you? Minh, if I had to ask you, had to describe the plot of this episode.
Oh, I got it.
Based on what you've seen so far.
Okay,
What do you think
so
it's
they
about?
got into this bad place, and then they had a chance to get out, and Data helped them, but they all had to forget about it, but they couldn't forget about it, and they came back to the same place, and now they're screwed because they came back and they shouldn't have come back.
That's exactly right.
Spot on.
How did you do that?
He paid attention, or
Have you, did
Osmosis.
you watch this episode?
No, I haven't watched it.
You literally just picked that up from what
Yeah.
what we've been watching?
Yeah.
this movie is
That's
just.
amazing.
This show is just doing a really good job of.
Now I know you're not listening while I'm talking. It's
more disturbing.
You're paying attention
You're right. I
to the plot of Star Trek. The one thing you must never do.
I know. I'm so hurt right now. I've been saying hilarious stuff.
You're right. I don't know what you've been saying. Are there Paxtons here? Is that the alien race they're dealing with?
I believe the Paxons are the evil. They're not evil. They're
They just don't. They don't
isolationists.
want to be
Fucked with.
seen.
They don't want to
or
be. They
known
just want to be
about.
left alone.
Yeah.
And they put up this,
Which I can relate.
the wormhole
They're
that
like
they,
Sean.
the wormhole they put up was to keep people out. That wormhole that they went through.
Yeah.
It didn't do a very good job.
Well, they
Us on the field has no effect on him. He remained conscious while we tried to take over the ship. I wish you could hear her voice, man. It's hilarious.
You were
Yeah.
sounding like Arnold there a little bit.
Yeah.
Maybe.
so
Well,
now
the-
we're
the-
seeing what happened.
Well, the wormhole is an illusion. It's an illusory wormhole, but they do have the technology to like stun everybody and make them forget.
Make you lose your memory.
Except Data.
That's right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it didn't work on Data because of his
He doesn't
being
qualify.
a robot.
Yeah. The lack of soul. Once again.
Yeah.
You should take lessons from Riker with his tromboner.
Tromboner.
Doesn't Data play an instrument? No? He plays the
Fiddles.
Violin.
violin.
Some sort of stringed instrument.
Fiddle.
Same thing.
Same thing.
He plays the fiddle.
He's a
while
fiddler.
While he's playing
Yeah.
Brahms.
He's a violinist.
Oh, he pulled down his shirt.
Yeah.
Oh,
I already drank all my drink.
I'm
we gotta
You gotta
refuel.
ration better, boys.
How close are we to the countdown?
To the Halloween.
Holiday countdown.
There's probably another 7 or 8 minutes in this.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
She got the green mist again.
Yeah.
Of course they took over Troy's body to
Watch
communicate.
this.
Yeah. Back
we
to
have-
back.
Yes.
Worf getting his butt kicked.
Can we applaud his little step over the ornamental
He
like
does that
rit-
all the
that
time.
little
Yeah.
He loves to vault over that thing
Yeah.
to show that he's really in a hurry.
I like how the trio has come together here.
Wow,
They present
yeah.
a
Look
good
at them.
It's a lot of
front,
shoulders.
right?
Bunch
gorgeous.
of studs.
Yeah.
They're gorgeous right there.
Squad gold.
They look amazing in that shot.
They do.
Imagine if that was us, guys.
All right, calm down your tromboners right now.
It's hard to.
Well, I'm gay. I at least have a reason. I don't know what the rest of
I'm
these
just
guys are.
admiring. I mean,
yeah, we can admire.
That's
I'm
true.
just like,
you can
do I need
admire
to
beauty
leave?
no matter what. I'm
Yeah,
not trying
I
to
You
be.
don't have to want to suck that D.
I feel like I can pick out an attractive guy as well as an attractive.
No, you just guys, you were just really, really into it. That's all.
We're into you too.
Yeah, that's all.
I'm not jealous. I swear.
That's what people who are jealous say.
I would say you had our best intro of all time so
Yeah.
far.
We're throwing you some bones.
Damn,
What's
man,
happening right
that
now?
was hurtful.
Yeah.
What?
I did a great intro.
last week
just
Santa
last
was
week.
here.
Already. Just
How quickly we
shoving
forget.
it out the door.
Yeah. Wow.
I mean,
I see where I stand. It's cool. I'm good.
Yeah.
I just started this fucking show.
Wow.
But who the
It was your idea.
This is the
That's
last
true.
podcast.
Do you know how many times we say that? We say it a lot. Like,
Do we?
yeah.
We say that almost as often as we say what other podcasts we're
when
gonna
I
create, so we don't have to do this one.
Oh, I was just listening to when I was listening to Data Lore
Yeah.
for corrections. I think we were like, well, that's it. We're not doing it. Oh, it was after Minh insulted all of Britain, and we were like, oh, we've lost all of our British audience.
We just did
now.
it again, you guys.
We'll never.
I thought we
Might as well
just did
cancel
that
the
again.
podcast.
Are we doubling down on British?
Yeah, you were just
We
talking
love-
about.
I think we should make it clear we love the British.
No, I'm against
Well,
this.
most of us do.
I'm against the beauty contest on the internet.
I just want
Me
to put it
too.
out there that I love the British.
That's really good because that is a pretty significant portion of our listenership.
We should put this in front of every episode that the Brits are fantastic and
They're beautiful people.
they are beautiful, people.
Inside
and
and
out.
Mostly in, but
But you could say that
for
about
those
all
of
of
you
us.
listening at home, Matt and Aaron just high-fived each other.
We said the
for
same.
saying that.
We said the same funny
coming
thing
up
at
with
the
that
exact
same
same
joke.
time.
That's what you're supposed
We
to
owe
do.
each other
That's
a
all I
Coke.
high five.
Oh my god.
We eliminate these clues and begin again, by the 10 times.
Yeah, basically, he's like, look,
Yeah.
we screwed up the first time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna loop back to the acting metaphor that I
Yeah.
started with at the beginning of this episode.
Yeah.
And consider that first time through a run through.
Yeah.
And we're gonna fix all the mistakes,
And we'll still forget.
and we're gonna forget really hard this time.
Yeah.
We're gonna forget much harder than we forgot last
Yeah.
time.
And then you got to fix all the things you fucked up in the first run
Yeah.
through.
So they're like, go ahead, fix all the problems, kill that cotton candy.
Yeah.
Yep.
We're not gonna make any more mistakes this time.
Yeah.
Which the super nerd in me is always like,
Impossible.
wouldn't the next time they talked to anybody else,
Yeah.
like any other ship, and they said, it's Tuesday, and they were like, no, it's not, it's Thursday.
Yeah.
Like, it would immediately become a problem again.
It's like, it's 49.63.
it's 49.22, and
Yeah,
they're
yeah.
like, no, it's not.
haven't you ever had that? You're like, is it Tuesday? And someone's like, no, it's Thursday. I would be like, hell yeah, it's fucking Thursday.
Yes, but Well,
You're not running a spaceship.
I think there's always at least one person on the ship who's about to give birth too. So like somebody would have given birth in that day, and they would have just had like a
Yes,
kid
it's-
suddenly.
they put that baby
it's-
right back
it's
in with the transporter.
easily
Well,
nitpicked
easy to poke
this
holes in this
episode, but
I like to think they
it's still
figured
so
it-
much fun that I don't even really care.
Yeah, me too. That's why I like it.
I think we can go to the source for the birth thing, Erin, and ask, do you remember
Do you remember your
time
child's birthdays?
as a linear flow?
What if we put our children's birthdays into the Florida Man? game?
Yeah.
Oh, yikes.
I don't want to involve them.
That's
I
a
think
good
that's a
game.
new lady in the lady chair.
lady chair.
The lady pilot chair?
Yeah.
Data's
mean,
eyes are
I
especially
just realized
disturbing
it's not
right
Will
now.
Wheaton.
Yeah.
No, it'll never be Will Wheaton
I
again.
know. I'm
Time to
just-
launch a probe.
Yeah.
Nah.
See, I love the way he plays this. He almost acts it like
He could remember.
kind of remembers
Yeah.
and is just playing along.
Which is exactly what I think we all want to be.
right.
You know.
You want Jean-Luc to be like, I figured it out, and
And then this like satisfied look by
Yeah.
Data.
Yeah.
Oh my
Like,
God. That little like the way his lips and dimples
Yeah.
start almost
He's like,
appearing like a
"We didn't know
little
I could just
wormholes on his face.
Yeah, I love his little mouth.
Data's like,
like,
high five, everybody. And I can never, ever tell
Yeah.
anyone.
For a human that would be terrible, but for Data it'd be like, eh. Just another day of Data.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Data stored. This is like the third time I've done this.
Yeah. Let's delete those files.
I think it would have been funny if it turned out that they had done it like 700 times and had never gotten it
yeah.
right.
Exactly.
And like 3 years had gone
It
by.
was like yeah.
They all had
It was
giant
Groundhog's
beards.
Day.
Yep.
That's good.
Philippe,
Yeah.
weren't you talking about how they defile data all the time? He's got to delete things all the time.
Yep. No, he saved those. That's how
Why
he's gonna
would we
Blackmails?
save those?
Yeah, those are his blackmail files.
Okay.
Well,
His black
He
mama.
enjoys it.
yeah. He's programmed in 1,000 forms of
Yeah.
physical pleasure.
It's the most.
I was
human
waiting
thing
to
you can
hear
do.
how you ended that sentence.
I know. I was
It
like,
like trailed off
Yeah.
at the end.
I was trying to go
Yeah.
not too far. I was like, wait, I thought he actually had some things where when he talks to
Yar.
yeah, that he says like he has like I am programmed in over like 57. I don't know.
No, you're
techniques or
confusing C-3PO and Data. C-3PO is the one who says how many.
Oh, he
things
says he's fully
programmed
functional.
in.
Languages.
Data just says he's fully functional.
Yeah, that's right.
Ew.
All right. I rewrote it.
I think he says multiple techniques.
Yeah, and
yeah, multiple
techniques.
techniques. I has multiple here. Okay.
Ew.
Well, that's true. Wait, there's more than one technique, guys. Jesus, the future, man.
Yeah.
Right? Am I
Yeah,
right, guys?
There's two.
I would love to hear that 2 reels and a fake.
Yeah.
There's
Glenn-
doggy style. There's reverse cow.
There's
Yeah.
the Gorgosian Kama Sutra.
Yeah. No.
Yeah. The
Yeah.
Ventaxian upsy down.
And the Cleveland Steamer.
Okay, everybody break and come back here next time with your best
Star
2
Trek.
reels and a fakes
Sex moves.
sexual position.
All right.
Yes.
Good homework.
Yeah.
And that'll be our New Year's gift to each
Yes.
other
Yeah.
the next
Oh,
time.
wow.
Nice. Nice.
You didn't
Good
have
idea.
to.
That's all we'll be thinking about for the next week. Mm-hmm. Wow.
Well, thanks everybody, and happy New Year. Oh, should we do the 10-second
Let's do it,
countdown?
let's do
Oh,
it.
wait. I want to say something real quick. This is our last episode of 2021, and I just want to thank everybody for listening. That does listen. It was a great year from our 200th episode to being back in person again after quite a while.
Oh my God, what a treat.
And so I want to thank you. And if you are prone to New Year's resolutions, I'd like you to make it your resolution to, if you have at least a friend who you could recommend this show to, that would still be your friend after you.
So a really dear friend.
That is an important caveat.
Yeah.
If you have that friend, if you wouldn't mind recommending the show to them, we would appreciate it.
Yes, we would.
And now, do you want to do the things first and then the countdown?
Oh yeah, let's do that. Do you guys know when we came back in person? Do you remember what month it was when we came back in person? It was.
Oh, nice.
It was June 6th. We watched Captain's Holiday and Tin Man.
Nice.
Good ones.
Is that the one where he goes to the planet?
It is.
Yep.
It's the one with the Jahakmakar or whatever. Jamaharon.
Jamaharon.
The Jamaharon. And the, what's the thing called?
Horgon.
The Horgon.
Or be gone.
I was going to say Umox, but that's the other weird sex thing on this show.
Yeah.
Earrubs.
Thanks very much for listening to Warped. Please go to iTunes to rate, review, and subscribe. And you can email us at warpedthepodcast@gmail.com. We are on Instagram at warpedthepodcast. And our merch is at Lunar Flare. We are on Twitter. Oh, thanks, man. We are on Twitter at Warped Trek. I am at Host Warped. Minh is at Wet Maynard for our Dungeons and Dragons and Call of Cthulhu live streams and podcasts. And most importantly, you can go to patreon.com/warped, become a patron and get access to early release and bonus material. And now, Minh has just poured us all a little bit of bubbly.
Like we should.
We wish you all a happy 2022.
Thanks for hanging with us.
Happy New Year.
All right.
Yay.
Start the count, Sean.
And it's 10, 9,
8, 7, 6,
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Happy New Year!
Hey! Oh, I should have gotten the fart gun.
What am I doing under this mistletoe with all of you guys?
So if you want to sync up your actual New Year's to this podcast, start the playback at 11, 16, and 37 seconds, which is a really easy number to remember. I don't know.
All right.
I'd submit
It
it.
would be 10 seconds before. I don't know.
Someone will
Just
figure it
fucking
out.
listen to it, then
Look at
find
the
it.
show notes.
Just
We'll
jump
put it in
into
the
a
show notes.
wormhole and it'll all
You'll get it
work
right
out.
eventually. All right.
Thanks for listening, guys.
Thanks for introing, Erin. Happy New Year.
Yeah, same. Ditto.
Bye.
I'll make you a list of all the Mokhtar episodes or whatever that thing's
Jesus.
called.
Do we want to give our outro? Did we?
That was it.
That was it. We're done. Goodbye, everybody.
Goodbye forever.
Goodbye.